I am John, and this is Claudia Crider. We are now from Huntington, Indiana. I believe the first time we went to a function or a meeting was 97 in Washington, D.C. And it was impactful. And we thought, well, how do you access more of this? So we've been chasing the knowledge of the Word and the growth in the Spirit ever since.
So October of 2014, I went and had just a routine mammogram like I've had for a while. Never expecting anything, have been blessed with good health, no risk factors for any health issues. And the radiologist found something on there that he thought needed to be further investigated. So he suggested a biopsy, which said that I had an invasive breast cancer. I wasn't afraid. I was really a little angry about it. Like, how dare you put this on me? And my first instinct really was to go to prayer and to go to the Word. Because by that point in my Christian walk, I had learned a lot from KCM and from Copeland's healing schools of how to fight disease and living by faith. First, I went to the Word and found all the scriptures on healing that really spoke to my heart. And I started to confess those 3 times a day. I made a list. I had a 3-page printed out list. And I continued to confess those until it got from my head to my heart. And I remember a time when it was just so real to me that no one could tell me otherwise. And then the decision by the surgeon was that they do a lumpectomy, take out the tissue that was affected, and check a lymph node, the closest lymph node. So I learned through that process, there's facts and there's truth. You know, there's a diagnosis that comes on a piece of paper, but the truth is from the Word. And that's ultimately what is going to cause us to survive and to overcome this and to be healed. So the morning of the surgery, I decided I want to write down the things I exactly am believing for so that when I go back afterwards, it's written, it's documented, and I'll have it there. So the first one on the list was that the biopsy or the surgery would find no traces of cancer at all. The second one was there would be no complications from the surgery. A third one was that I would have a great testimony to everyone that I met through this whole process. Went through the surgery, piece of cake, went home, you know, no problems at all. So I'm waiting to hear from the surgeon, expecting good things, and I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. So finally, when they called back, they said, Claudia, we can't find anything on this tissue, nothing abnormal. And the reason it took so long is that they had to double check everything. They had to go back to the original biopsy. Did we get the right spot? Were we wrong in the first diagnosis? You know, and I said, well, praise God. This is exactly what I've been praying for.
KCM, the ministry, obviously, Gloria and Kenneth, what they endured to endure and to build a ministry that would years later have an impact for us and so many others, and every single person affiliated with them is meaningful to us.
He can do this for anyone that just decides to believe His Word. And how different the outcome could have been had I not been taught, didn't know. You know, people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So I could have accepted that as, oh dear, that's my fate, you know. But no, you know, I know the plan that God has for me, and it does not include breast cancer. So, you know, there's just been great increase in my faith because it forced me to go into the Word and not just learn it as head knowledge, but learn it as heart knowledge. No one can take that truth away from me.